All right. Hey guys, Sammy here. And I have my client Jamie, and just wanted to introduce him to you and just share a little bit about his journey so far and just the progress that he's been making. It's been really cool to see just the changes that he's seen. So I just wanted to share those with you. So Jamie, if you could just tell us who you are and what you do.
Jamie McCleary. I own a hemp brokerage in Southern Oregon over in Medford. Started the program with Sammy on mid-April, so it's been just maybe 4 to 5 weeks, 4.5, 5 weeks. In this first 4.5, 5 weeks, I've seen some pretty considerable changes. I had gut issues, probably leaky gut, and some of maybe, I don't know if it was irritable bowel, but definitely leaky gut and some of the symptoms that go with that. Sammy was able to prescribe a really different diet, not so much different than what I ate, but definitely take out the things that were probably irritating my gut. So we become a full-time chef and shopper. And it's actually that is probably the best, the biggest noticeable difference, other than losing some weight, which is nice, is my gut feels great right now. I would say that right now, I would not say that I have any gut issues, and it's been only 30 days. Obviously, I'm probably not completely healed. My gut is not completely healed, but at least I do not feel any discomfort from the stomach region, and pretty much started pretty quickly. Other changes, obviously, like I say, losing some weight. I've lost like 8 pounds in the 5 weeks, and I've leveled off a little bit the last week, but I haven't been pushing it. Almond butter is my friend, so I know it's loaded with calories, but it's satisfying. The other changes, as you go through, when your body, I think, is dying off, there's a little bit of fatigue, maybe a little less energy at the end of the day, which was expected. And there's days where that happens. There's days where you just feel great. I feel my joints are feeling better. I did have some probably inflammation and discomfort in some of my joints, and that is, it changes a little bit day to day, but I'd say for the most part, much less joint discomfort. The exercise program that we're on has been wonderful. I worked out pretty much 3 to 4 times, 5 times a week myself, but now different programs are nice, different muscles. So that's a good variety, and I do feel a change there. So that's in a nutshell, the overall view, but ask me some more questions. Maybe I can pinpoint it.
Well, okay. So let's just kind of rewind back to before we started working together. What do you feel like was the biggest challenge or problem for you?
Well, I think for me, I think I knew what needed to happen, but I really didn't have a plan. So the plan is absolutely, it's that you have structured it really good. I knew that I needed to change some dietary things, and I was pretty aware of that. I was not in the dark about what I needed to change, but I didn't really know exactly how to do that and what to incorporate that would make the biggest difference to heal my stomach. And you've laid that right out. So it was kind of, by going down this path, I think it was like, really, here's the path that you really need to take. So mine was just lack of direction. It was kind of all over the board. Who am I listening to? And I listened to a lot of things about how to heal your gut and what foods you should eliminate. And some of that can get confusing because everybody's got an opinion. But I think you have weeded through the partial truths to this is really what you need to do, and also was realistic about this won't be a quick fix. This will be kind of a lifestyle shift and a lengthier period of time to heal my gut and everything else that comes with that. So that's been very beneficial.
Yeah, well, you've been doing an awesome job sticking with the program. So let's just talk a little bit about what you tried in the past to solve it that didn't work for you.
Well, just taking probiotics. Just take probiotics and that's going to make everything better. No, it's because probiotics wouldn't have a chance to work if your candida or whatever's going on in your gut, or keep feeding it caffeine and still keep drinking coffee, drink red wine, all that acid. If you're not eliminating those things, and maybe carbs that are feeding your candida or anything else, bacteria in your body, if those are still present, I don't think you stand a really good chance of getting rid of the things that are bothering you. So I tried a little bit here and there. Sometimes I would, I would see some changes. My biggest change was without drinking any alcohol. I would see usually some change in my skin. Other than that, and caffeine, I did give up caffeine a little bit before we started the program. I gave up coffee. I did have a little bit of green tea. Now no caffeine tea at all, but that's okay. I really don't miss it. I'll be honest with you. So those other things that I tried and certain foods and cutting out a few carbs here and there, but I just didn't have a consistent blueprint plan to follow.
Mhm.
So if you don't really have a plan, you don't know necessarily what's going on and how you're getting there.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you feel like has really like moved the needle in your progress in this last month as we've been working together?
Definitely. It's diet. Exercise, is just a little shift. I have definitely walked a lot more, and that's really good. I do like just low impact. I don't really necessarily need to have high impact, which a lot of people would say, that's the only way to lose weight. And a lot of people's goal is weight loss, but I had 10 to 12, 15 pounds at most to lose, and I'm over halfway there, and I feel good about that. But the biggest impact so far is definitely the diet. I mean, I think and being really conscious of what you're putting in your body and where sugars are hitting and things. And, I hate to say, it's really hard to eat out because there isn't many good things out there.
Yeah.
So you get to cook, but you know what? I enjoy cooking. My girlfriend enjoys cooking, so we cook together, and we really enjoy the recipes and everything. And I'm glad that those are spelled out. I'm a little creative, but it's nice to have it spelled out, and so that's good.
Yeah, good. So what would you say to someone who's maybe in the same position that you were back when you first started, in regards to those, those challenges that you had? I mean, would you say it's worth taking the step?
Absolutely. I think, our health, you can't put a price on your health. So, if you're dealing with, stomach issues, particularly, I'm amazed that some people can eat the way they do and not have those problems, or maybe they just don't discuss them, or it comes out in other forms. I don't know. But I would say definitely to heal your gut is to heal your body, and your skin will feel better. Your overall mood, your feeling. I think the other thing, as I said, is I felt like my stress level, which really hasn't changed, the environment hasn't changed around me, but my stress level and how I handle it has been much better too. And I'm not really sure why. You mentioned that maybe hormones might change as well or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about the hormones, but if you think about the inflammation that you had going on in your system, that affects how your body reacts to any type of stress. And so as we have reduced that inflammation, that has worked to decrease your stress level and how you react, how your body, like the cortisol levels will raise and you react.
That was one I put my finger on a couple of weeks ago after about 2 weeks in, and I felt like there was a little more calmness, maybe a little lower energy, but more calmness. And the calmness was where my cortisol level, where I kind of felt, you're kind of like antsy or irritated, the stress is kind of bothering you. And that just lowered. It's kind of like, kind of a little bit easier to deal with. So I think that's a really big plus as well. I mean, obviously nobody likes to be irritated or stressed or whatever that feeling looks, a little anxious or, frustrated, and all those terms that kind of like, I just had a rough day. It's just too much stimulus, which most of us live in too much stimulus. So that's a real plus to be able to handle it a little better.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure, being able to help you even in just this first month. And I look forward to seeing what the next few months carries for you, and where we can get you in regards to that healing and continuing to reduce that inflammation. So good work. And thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, Sammy.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.